Welcome to the lecture series of numerical methods. Today we are going to discuss about an important definition, diagonally dominant matrix. Look at the definition. A square matrix is said to be diagonally dominant if the absolute value of each leading diagonal element is greater than or equal to the sum of the absolute values of the remaining elements in that row. So when we can say that a square matrix is a diagonally dominant matrix. So look at the example. A matrix, first row 10 minus 5 minus 2, second row 4 minus 10 3, and in the third row 1 6 10. In the first row the diagonal element is 10. So this 10 is greater than or equal to. Okay, that is what the definition says. The diagonal element is greater than or equal to sum of the absolute values of remaining elements in that row. So in the first row, except this 10, the remaining elements are minus 5 and minus 2. So the absolute value of minus 5 is 5 and minus 2 is also 2. So when you are adding these two, we can get 7. So obviously the first diagonal element 10 is greater than sum of absolute values of remaining elements in that row. So the first row satisfies the condition of diagonally dominant. Same manner in the second row, minus 10, that is the second diagonal element. Absolute value of this one is plus 10. When you are adding the remaining two elements in that row, we can get 7. So obviously this 10 is greater than the sum of remaining two elements in that row. Same manner in the last row, the diagonal element is 10 plus 10 only. When you are if it is minus 10, when you are taking the absolute value, that will become as plus only. Absolute means modulus. So here also in the last row we are having the diagonal element is 10. When you are adding the remaining two elements 1 plus 6, we are getting 7. So the third row is also satisfying the diagonally dominant condition. So the given matrix A is a diagonally dominant matrix. Is it clear? So when we can say that a square matrix is a diagonally dominant. A square matrix is said to be diagonally dominant if the absolute value of each leading diagonal element is greater than or equal to the sum of absolute values of the remaining elements in that row. So in each row you have to check the diagonal element whether it satisfies the condition of diagonally dominant. Then only we can say that the matrix is diagonally dominant. If it is not, we have to rearrange the given system satisfying the diagonally dominant property, and then only we can do the procedure of the problem. So look at the next example, B matrix. Look at the B matrix. First row 2 3 minus 1, second row 5 8 minus 4, third row 1 1 1. So first row the diagonal element is 2. Whether this 2 satisfy the condition 1 plus 3 4 is not satisfy. Likewise in the second row is also not satisfy because the diagonal element is 8. When you are adding the remaining two elements, we are getting 9. And here also the condition is not satisfy. So this B matrix is not a diagonally dominant matrix. So A is a diagonally dominant matrix. A is a diagonally dominant matrix and B is not a diagonally dominant matrix. So it's an important 2 mark question. Define diagonally dominant. Okay, so we can write the example also. Here I have written a note. So based on the note only, the next topic we are going to do the problems. Look at the note. What is the note says? The note says that to solve the system of equations by iteration method, the coefficient matrix is diagonally dominant. If the coefficient matrix is not diagonally dominant, then rearrange the equations in such a way that the resulting coefficient matrix becomes diagonally dominant. Then we can apply the iteration method. So in the next lecture onwards, we are going to apply the iteration method. So for doing the iterative methods, the given system of equations should be in the form of diagonally dominant. If it is not in the case of diagonally dominant, we have to rearrange the given system of equations in such a way that the matrix becomes as a diagonally dominant matrix. Then only we can apply the iteration method. So when you are going to apply the iterative methods, the given system of equation should be in the form of diagonally dominant. Then only we can go for the iterative methods, or otherwise we have to rearrange the given system of equations according to the diagonally dominant property. After the arrangement of that, we can apply the iterative method. Okay, that iteration method we will see in the next lecture onwards. So this is the very important under the first unit. The property is called it as diagonally dominant matrix. When we can say that a matrix is diagonally dominant, each leading diagonal elements is greater than or equal to the sum of the absolute values of the remaining elements in that row. Then only we can say that the matrix is a diagonally dominant matrix. Okay, thank you for watching.